This is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. The weather today was great, but more heavy rain could impact the region overnight. And due to the flash flooding threat, we are issuing another severe weather alert day. Chief Meteorologist Paige Noel joins us now with more on what to expect. Paige?
Yeah, Steve, we're keeping a really close eye on that line of showers and storms that's out to our west now. That'll be moving into the mountains a little bit later this evening. But like you said, flash flood watch has been issued yet again. Here's a look at it. Now, it's only really a few of our counties. This goes until 11 a.m. on Saturday. But really, we've been saturated this past week with lots of rain that we're all going to be really in this threat as we head into the overnight hours and early Saturday morning. Another thing we're keeping an eye on is that severe threat this evening. You'll notice that slight risk out west areas along I-75. That includes Laurel County, Whitley County as well, Pulaski County, even Jackson County. Then you see most of us in that marginal risk, 1 out of 5 for severe weather. But you'll notice the greatest risk is definitely going to be out towards western Kentucky as they are in an enhanced risk. That is a 3 out of 5 on that severe weather scale. Pinpoint Doppler for now is looking a very nice little clean sweep. So get out and enjoy it this evening while you can. We still have a couple more hours before these showers and storms move in. There they are moving into parts of Evansville right now. You can see multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, and you even see another line behind that main line. That's really going to be the pattern as we head into those overnight hours. It's just multiple lines of showers and storms moving into the area. We'll break down that full forecast though coming up in just a few short minutes. Steve.
All right, thank you, Paige. The Pike County Detention Center was placed on lockdown this morning when detention center employees found a suspicious substance in a batch of incoming mail for one of its inmates. WYMT's Buddy Forbes spoke to officials who say the lockdown was a quick response to a possibly dangerous situation.
A routine mail inspection at the Pike County Detention Center.
The whole building was on lockdown.
Quickly became a scary situation for one of its employees.
We had a couple in hazmat suits go in with a device we call a hazmat ID.
When an unknown substance,
I think there was a couple or maybe 1 or 2 envelopes that had a white powder substance in them,
was delivered to one of the inmates.
They thought it might have been fentanyl at first.
Emergency Management Director Doug Tackett said the entire building was locked down and the employee who opened the mail was taken to the hospital.
It was pretty quick. The fire department was here pretty quick, and my deputy director was one that had the hazmat ID. He was outside the building.
But luckily the situation was not as bad as it seemed.
Basically harmless.
Because the substances were basically over-the-counter medications.
One of them was vitamin C, or ascorbic acid as it came up on the device, and the other one was a stomach medication.
And the employee was not harmed.
Nerves may be a little shaken, but they're okay.
Tackett said he is just glad to know the procedures in place were beneficial and would pay off in the event that the situation had been worse. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Tackett said the lockdown was in effect for about an hour, adding that local first responders were on the scene helping to secure the area. A Bell County grand jury indicted 2 men in a sex crimes case. Both John and Travis Hoskins were arrested in April. State police said 2 girls under 14 claimed the men sexually abused them. John Hoskins is charged with first-degree sodomy and sexual abuse, among several other charges. Travis faces a second-degree rape charge, among others. Both are scheduled to be in court July 1st. A trial date is set for an Eastern Kentucky man charged with murder. Police arrested Jeffrey Taylor last year for Shannon Saylor's murder. They say he killed her and then dumped her body in Clay County. He faces a murder charge, among others. Today, a judge set his trial for December 2nd. Tomorrow marks 6 years since a central Kentucky woman went missing. Brooklyn Farthing disappeared back in 2013 in Madison County. The 18-year-old was last seen at a home on Dillon's Court in Berea. State police say they still consider this an open case and follow up on every tip. There is a $14,000 reward in the case. The U.S. Supreme Court is throwing out a murder conviction and death sentence for a black man in Mississippi because of a prosecutor's efforts to keep African Americans off the jury. The defendant, Curtis Flowers, already has been tried 6 times and now could face a 7th trial. The court's 7-2 decision today says the removal of black prospective jurors violated the rights of the accused, who was charged in 1996 with the murder of 4 people inside a furniture store. A Kentucky baby is safe after being found in California. Antoine French is now behind bars on a custodial interference charge. He's accused of taking his 5-week-old daughter out of state. Officers found the child in a car seat hidden in a bedroom closet in Riverside, California. French is being held there. He will be extradited back to Kentucky. Tuition is decreasing at the University of Kentucky. The university just released its new budget for the next year. The Board of Trustees approved a $4.2 billion budget. In part of it, undergraduates will see a slight decrease in tuition. In the past, juniors and seniors paid more money. Now all undergraduates will pay the same rates. Also part of the budget, for the 7th year in a row, UK faculty and staff will get a pay raise. A massive fire and series of explosions rocked a South Philadelphia refinery complex early Friday morning. Reports say the explosions could be heard miles away. Officials say 4 people suffered minor injuries and were treated on site. Investigators believe a vat of butane exploded, starting the fire. It is the second fire at the refinery in 1 month. Also in Philadelphia, federal authorities displayed bricks of cocaine seized in one of the largest drug raids in U.S. history. The drugs were seized during a raid on Tuesday on a cargo ship. In all, federal officials say there was more than 34,000 pounds of cocaine with a street value of more than $1 billion. 6 people have been charged. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, researchers say conditions in at least one border facility are dangerously overcrowded and inhumane. Hear what the president says is to blame for the crisis at the U.S.-Mexico border.
And heavy rain is still our main threat as we head into tonight and into your Saturday. But those damaging winds, also something we're going to be concerned about. Have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.